Hello, my name's Alan. Welcome to All About Stocks. Let's look at a macroeconomics of Russia, and let's also look at what we know. We know we have a supply constraint due to shipping containers here. We have a supply constraint due to the truck drivers trying to get more money for their jobs here in Australia. We have supply constraints here with China, with shipping containers. We also have a supply constraint over in the North China Sea, which is, it's kind of over here. I know this is a risk map. The countries are not really up to scale, so we're just going to kind of put it in here. Now, what we do know, and I know other countries, other places are going to know a little bit more. This is from the United States perspective. North Korea is going to be in the yellow here. They just shot a missile over somewhere in this region. It got shot down, so we're just going to throw that out. North Korea has the largest standing foot army and military army, I don't know how else to say it, in the world. That's going to be right here. China would have the second, and they're interested in Taiwan. Taiwan's going to be somewhere over here. Now, Russia's going to be right here. They're wanting Ukraine. Russia's going to be the red. Ukraine is not really that big, but Ukraine's going to be right here. Ukraine has an army trying to hold back Russia, and of course Russia hasn't truly invaded Ukraine, but Ukraine holds the green. The United Nations is going to reinforce Ukraine, so we're just going to go ahead and push them in and reinforce Ukraine. Of course, we don't know, or I can't find any solid evidence of how many United Nations troops have came to Ukraine's support. I did know that United States has sent 8,500 or has 8,500 troops on reserve to go over to Ukraine. So we'll just put them right here because as far as I know, as of right now, we have not sent the troops over there. So we'll just put them right there as a possibility. We do know that as of right now, Russia has sent an additional 10,000 troops over to Ukraine. The big thing is, you got to keep in mind, you have all these supply constraints. Russia continues to move these troops over. This is costing them money. And you have the gas pipeline. That feeds all of Europe. If this gets cut and they say, hey, no more gas, you already have these constraints. If you add an additional constraint, which we'll use this, if we add an additional constraint through here, then the only feasible passage is through the Atlantic Ocean, because now you've cut off the Pacific Ocean. So you're going to see, if there's a war, you're going to see extreme conflict through here, extreme conflict through here. Then this will be, you're going to have constraint through here because this is the only passage. So everyone's, when I say everyone, it's going to be the European Union passing everything through here, which is going to be going through, let's say, New York and all the eastern United States and Southern America, Canada. So this is going to become very congested. So this is something you need to see. Now, with this in mind, Russia's been progressively coming in and out of Ukraine, building troops and assaulting them or attacking them since 2014. Is it possible that they invade and take over Ukraine? Yes, it is. Is it likely? Probably not. Due to the fact that most of the people in Russia or most of the people in Ukraine, excuse me, are Russian speakers. Putin just does not want Ukraine to become a United Nations member. Ukraine is better off being a buffer from Europe and Russia. And I believe that Putin just wants it to be a buffer state or a buffer country. So we'll have to wait to see how this plays out. If the United Nations continues to push Ukraine to join the United Nations, you will see massive conflict in Ukraine. And that's guaranteed. I mean, Putin has already guaranteed that. So we'll have to wait to see how this plays out. Putin cannot bluff Ukraine, as the media is saying, because for him to stay in power, he can't show weakness. And every time he's shown weakness, he's had to follow it up with some form of retaliation or some other sign of action to continue his power in Russia. So watch out. If the media is calling him a bluffer, a liar, there's going to be some other action followed up, whether it's in Russia or somewhere else. So keep an eye on Russia and Ukraine right now. Please, if you found that interesting or helpful, please like and subscribe for more. Thank you. Have a great day.